All right, the lighting is not the best, but the sun is going down. I have to film these things earlier before the sun goes down. I got to film these things before my roommate gets home. It's a whole disaster, but I need to get a video out and I have it all prepared, so let's go. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine and today we're going to be going through 50 saints who maybe you have heard of, but you don't know what they're a patron saint of, or they're a patron saint of something very unusual. It's just gonna be weird stuff. I don't know. I felt inspired to make this kind of video, so let's just roll through them really quickly and see what happens. All right, up first, St Drogo, patron saint of coffee. All right, didn't know there was a patron saint of coffee? Now you do. St Friard, patron saint of a fear against wasps. St Arnold, patron saint of beer. St Genesius, patron saint of actors and plumbers. St Catherine of Alexandria. Now, there's going to be 3 St. Catherines on this list because, come on, like Catholic Catherine, let's go. She's the patron saint of unmarried girls, so love her. She's also the patron saint of a million things. Don't sleep on her. St Lidwina. Now, I might not be pronouncing all these names correctly because some of these are really, really old saints that have unusual names, but St Lidwina is the patron saint of chronic pain. St Barbara, patron saint of many things, also the patron saint of fireworks. St Teresa of Ávila, okay? Doctor of the church, huge, big deal saint. Patron saint of chess players. St. Nicholas of Tolentino, patron saint of vegetarians. St. Agatha, patron saint of volcanic eruptions. St. Martin de Porres, patron saint of public schools. If you are like me and did not go to Catholic school ever in their entire life, but came out a super big Catholic person, maybe thank St. Martin a little bit because he might have helped you out there. All right, here's one from the Bible. St. Joseph of Arimathea. He is the patron saint of funeral workers. Remember when Jesus died, he offered up the tomb for Jesus? Kind of cool. St. Quentin, patron saint of coughs. Could have prayed to him a little bit more during COVID. St. Blaise, if you were like me growing up, every year on St. Blaise's feast day, they would take wax candles and put them up to your throat to give you a special blessing. Patron saint of throat ailments is St. Blaise. St. Vitus is the patron saint of comedians. St. John of God, patron saint of heart conditions. Do you know there was a St. Cloud? St. Cloud, patron saint of nail makers. St. Rose of Lima, a really awesome saint, patron saint of many things. She's also the patron saint of protection against vanity. St. Bernadette, one of the amazing saints from Lourdes, patron saint for those who are ridiculed for their piety. So if you are made fun of ever because of how holy you are, reach out to St. Bernadette. She's your girl. St. Jerome. If you don't know who St. Jerome is, he's a good one to read up on. Patron saint of translators. If you know who St. Jerome is, that makes perfect sense. St. Isidore of Seville. Lived thousands of years before the internet. Patron saint of the internet. St. Clare of Assis. Patron saint of telephones. St. Julian the Hospitaller. Patron saint of jugglers. St. Raphael the Archangel. Maybe you have prayed to St. Raphael to help you find a spouse, but you can also pray to St. Raphael if you are having bad dreams. He's the patron saint of protection against bad dreams. St. Rita, patron saint of loneliness. All right, if you guys are having trouble with loneliness, reach out to St. Rita. She's your girl. Also watch this YouTube video I have on loneliness. St. Zita. Never heard of St. Zita, but she's the patron saint of lost keys. I really thought that was going to be St. Peter, to be honest. If you are afraid of dying alone, do you know who the patron saint of protection against dying alone is? St. Francis of Assisi. Clearly saint for so many things, but we got him there. Do you have stress? Do you have job-related stress? St. Walter is the patron saint of specifically job-related stress. Patron saint against temptations, another St. Catherine of Bologna. Shout out. None of these Catherines, by the way, spell their name with a K. It's really annoying. Maybe Catherine, oh, actually Catherine Drexel spells her name with a K. All right. But she just still spelled differently than me. Patron saint of cooks. St. Lawrence. Patron saint of women in army positions. Now, I want you guys to think about this. Who do you think it's going to be? It's going to be Joan of Arc. Of course. Of course. When you think about it, totally makes sense. Patron saint of seasickness. St. Elmo. Never heard of St. Elmo. Is that where the character Elmo comes from? I don't know. This one's interesting. Patron saint of unattractive people. St. Germain. Patron saint against doubt is St. Joseph. Kind of makes sense. Patron saint against fear of snakes. St. Patrick, of course. Patron saint against drowning. St. Florin. Patron saint against twitching. St. Bartholomew the Apostle. This one's good if you're still in school. Patron saint of test takers is St. Philomena. This one's super interesting, okay? Because this is one of America's, Italy's, everyone loves the saint. St. Padre Pio, patron saint of New Year blues. Patron saint of athletes, St Sebastian. Patron saint of poisoning, St Benedict. Look up St Benedict's story. It's amazing on poisoning. Patron saint of disappointing children, St Louise. Patron saint of rain, St Scholastica. Patron saint of fire prevention, another St Catherine, St Catherine of Siena. Patron saint of peacemakers, St Barnabas. Patron saint of ordinary life. I love that we have a patron saint of ordinary life, and it is Jose Maria Escriva. You know, we're not all aspiring to be like the popes, these big historical figures. Most of 99.999% of us are all ordinary. Patron saint of a good confession, St Gerard. Patron saint against jealousy, St Isabella of Portugal. Patron saint of those falsely accused people, St Dominic. Now, all right, we're gonna end on an interesting note. You ready for this? Patron saint against dumbness, St Anthony of Padua. So can you guys let me know in the comments below if you have any patron saints that you especially love for a particular patronage, or if it's something very unusual? Let me know in the comments below. Please, you guys, can you also give this video a thumbs up? That really helps out the algorithm so that more people find my videos and that this can actually get successful and maybe turn this into something that's not just a hobby, maybe actually turn it into a side hustle. I would really, really appreciate it. Also follow me on Instagram if you do not already. And please, please, please subscribe. All right, you guys, that was my list of 50 saints that are just patron saints of unusual things. These are not necessarily saints that I pray to all the time or that I consider like big patron saints in my lives. These are not exactly causes that relate to me. But if you guys could help me out, I would really, really appreciate it. Hit the bell so you never miss one of my videos. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.